Hey guys, this is our very first video lecture. This is our introduction to our short story class. Now, first off, I want to thank you guys for signing on. I want to thank you guys for your enthusiasm. A lot of the responses I've gotten so far have been just fantastic, so thank you for that. As you can see right now, I'm not in my office at home, which is where usually these will take place. I'm actually in my classroom right now, which is completely, well, almost completely empty. So anyway, I apologize for the echo, but this is what we're dealing with right now. So first off, it's going to be a very exciting year, summer school anyway, for us. It's going to be a great class, a very simple class. We're going to be focusing on how to write short stories. And to do that, we need to read good short stories. So we'll be looking at essentially 3 or 4 different conventions and tricks, if you will, of writing short stories, and we'll be reading short stories that actually fit into that narrative. And I'm really excited about it. For the first unit, which is challenging the expectations of our readers. So we need to be reading these things twofold. 1, in the way of I am a reader, and 2, in the way of I am a writer. And so hopefully you'll be able to do that. I have every confidence that you will. Okay, so just looking at the time. So my plan so far is pretty simple. Whenever you get on to your Blackboard, go to course assignments, click on the module that you are on, that we will be on together. There will be dates that you need to do that, approximate dates. Now, I'll be continuing to collect work and everything until the very last day. So if things do come up that you need to take care of at home, or you go on vacation, whatever it is, you have until that last day to get me that work. So let's go ahead and look at the actual setup of what the class is going to look like as far as the day-to-day thing. So what will happen is we're going to be looking at about 2 stories a week, so we have time to work with them, because some of these things, they're not super long, but some of them need to digest a little bit in your brain before you can actually start dealing with them. So about 2 stories a week. Each story will have a quiz. Each story will have a pre-lecture that you need to watch before you read it. Then a post-lecture, which is that you need to watch after you read it. And then you need to do the blog, which there'll be a link onto that. And you'll need to follow that prompt. And then you need to do the quiz. Still working on the quiz thing. The best way to do that as of right now is just in a Word document that you can fill out in an email to me, in the email that I gave you, in that email that I sent you. It's nharmon@s.rs-wolves.com. The Gaggle one, basically. And so you need to take care of that and email me those quizzes. Now, at the end of each unit, there's going to be a discussion board that we discuss that overarching idea. For instance, the first one is challenging the expectations of readers. So our discussion board will be over challenging the expectations of readers. You guessed it. And to do that, you'll need to follow the instructions that are there. Once again, there'll be a link through the module that will be there. Now, once again, whenever you get on Blackboard, go to course assignments. You'll see the modules and the units. I'm going to post them the Sunday before that week begins. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Yes? No? So that you'll have the whole week to work on it. Like I said, I'll associate dates with each unit so you can have the approximation of where you need to be to keep pace with it. Once again, there'll be links to that module. Now, whenever you click on course assignments, let's say we're working with Unit 1. To actually get to this stuff, because what happens, each module will have basically a table of contents of what you need to accomplish to get things done. And you'll need to actually click on that unit. Like where it says Unit 1, challenge the expectations of the writers, you'll need to physically click on it. And then we'll take you to where each one is highlighted, to where you can actually click on each assignment and things. Now, I'm producing PDFs of all of our readings, so that you can download it directly to your computer. If you want to read it on Blackboard, you can. But if you just want to download it to your laptop, read it later, it's there. So you don't even have to get back on Blackboard to do it. You can just click it up from your hard drive or wherever it is you want to store it, or your desktop. It really is up to you. Just make sure that you are doing all of the assignments that are associated with this. Now, excuse me. Now, my plan and my hope is for a few of these stories, we're going to have some guest lecturers. So not only will you get my spin on it, but also the spin of other teachers, other writers. For instance, my editor for the literary magazine that I write for. I'm hopefully trying to get him to do a couple of these because he's a very, very great teacher, very good writer as well. So it would be great to have his spin on it as well. So anyway, that'll be very beneficial for us. So you see my spin, their spin, and then hopefully, most importantly, you'll get your own spin on the stories we're going to read. Now, the very last week we are going to be focusing not on the conventions, but on actually writing our short story. Because originally I was thinking about 2, but I'm thinking we really want to make these short stories fantastic. We want to make sure that we can show our growth as the writers. So we're going to spend the last final week, basically the final project, the final test, whatever you want to call it, will be our very own short stories, which means we'll have a couple drafts of them. But that's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, it really isn't. Once you have your rough draft, revisions are very simple. Sometimes the hardest thing is just deciding what to change. And so they're going to be very well written. We're going to have a lot of conventions as far as knowing what to do, like twist endings, plot twists, characterizations, character profiles, all those things will work with that last week. But like I said, you'll have more than a week to actually do that because I'm going to set it up to where that final unit is on the last week of what traditional summer school would look like. So it would be that 4th week, even though we have 5 weeks to turn everything in. So in reality, you'll have a whole extra week to turn whatever it is you might be missing or a little bit behind on, or you want to spend some more time on that short story. And I will, of course, be available to talk with you as it goes on. Now, something else you might want to keep in mind is that I have to talk through email or Skype or video chat, whatever it is we need to do, with each of you at least once a week. So we have some one-on-one FaceTime so I can keep track of your progress, so you ask me questions, or I can ask you questions to see really what's going on with it. So hopefully that will be beneficial for us. So once I get everyone going down to scheduling and written down for when we can do that, because the times are pretty, we've got whatever you need, to be honest with you. If you work during the day or work during the night, we can do it in the morning or afternoon. We basically just have to schedule it. And that's something we'll work on that very first week. Once I get in contact, once everyone's up on Blackboard, you have your laptops again, because I realize as I shoot this, you don't have it yet, which is fine because I'm all about the preparation on my end. So once you get that, though, I'm going to be contacting you, emailing you. We'll be talking about times in which we can meet virtually, whether it's email, instant chat, video chat. Probably Skype I think is probably going to be the best and easiest thing for us. But if there's something you don't like or one that you prefer, as long as it's school friendly, we'll probably do that. It's perfectly fine. We'll just need to talk. I'm really excited about it, guys. I really, really am. With some guest lecturers, with the stories we're reading. Some of them are new, some of them are kind of old. We'll be reading some horror, some Edgar Allan Poe, some other stuff that is really, especially the twist endings one, that's really, really great. But the first unit is one of my favorites, challenging expectations of the writers. So this is our welcome to our unit. This is welcome to our short story class video here in a moment. I'll go and start on our... edit that out. I'm not going to edit that out. I don't even know how to edit this thing out. All right, so I'll be shooting that here in a moment. Thank you again, guys. This is going to be fantastic. I'm very, very excited. I hope that you are too. And if you're just taking it because it is credit, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm hoping that by the end of it, you'll have a deep appreciation for short story and hopefully get some new writers out of this. All right, guys. Signing off. Glad to see you. Glad to hear from you. It's going to be a good summer.